What is going on, guys? Constable Chant back with another Madden 17 video. Today we are adding on to the Madden 17 rebuild as we are going to do the Detroit Lions as per request. Thank you, Brandon Diskowski. I apologize if I pronounced your last name wrong. I'm sorry about that, but he requested the Detroit Lions, so we're going to do that today for him. I got my Detroit Lions hat with my Kansas City Chiefs shirt, so that really doesn't mix too well, but we're going to rebuild the Lions today. Top three players are going to be Golden Tate, Ezekiel Anza, and Darius Slay. For this rebuild, I'm going to do more of like a conventional rebuild, kind of what you would see in real life. Basically trade kind of your old veteran players that you're paying a lot of money for either draft picks and prospects kind of thing, and build from the draft. Usually teams, doesn't matter hockey or football, they do this. Usually it's like a 5-year plan they kind of set into place kind of thing. So we're going to do that with the Lions today. Hopefully it doesn't take 5 years. Hopefully it only takes 2. And we'll jump right into the franchise. Guys, here we are in the franchise. I just loaded it up here. We're going to talk about just their top couple of players they drafted this year's draft. They picked Decker, first overall, 16th from Ohio State. Left tackle, 78 overall. Their second rounder, who was it? Ashawn Robinson, defensive tackle. He's 74 overall, so that's pretty good. And then in the third round, they got Glasgow here from Michigan with the 95th pick. So that's basically their top young talent on this team. Their O-line, it's pretty average, I'd say. Their tackles are good. Schwartz is pretty old. Their centers are young, and their guards are more veteran players. Tight ends are good. The pass catching tight ends, you got Ebron Pettigrew and Tim Wright. Wide receivers, Calvin's not there anymore, so they're going to be doubling up Golden Tate now. I believe his numbers are going to be going way down. Jones, they brought in Jones, so look for his numbers to probably have 1,100 yard season kind of thing. 85 overall fullback Burton, he's pretty good, 24 years old, out of Rutgers. They also have Antoine Bolden at wide receiver, the veteran Florida State product. Quarterback, obviously, you got the gunslinger Matt Stafford. I think he's a very good quarterback. They pass a lot in Detroit. They really don't run the ball. Their running backs are used a lot of the backfield. Riddick and Abdullah and stuff. Actually, Riddick's probably their better pass catcher. He'd be good in like a fantasy football league. They put him in on third down situations kind of thing. So I'm probably going to keep Stafford. I really like Matt Stafford. So he's got 98 throw power, 89 accuracy, 85 mid, 86 deep. So, he's got a great arm. Just got to get some weapons around him. But like I said, I'm going to be kind of doing a more conventional rebuild. So, might take a while, but Stafford's just going to have to tough it out here. Take a look at their D-line here. You got Ezekiel Anza, right end. You got Big Haloti Ngata, the veteran, and then you got Robinson, their rookie second-round pick out of Alabama. They got Wallace Gilberry, the ex-Kansas City Chief. John Bostic, middle linebacker. That's not really that great. They got Levy at right outside linebacker, Whitehead left outside linebacker, so the outsides are pretty good. I guess they play a 4-3, looks like. Wilson, strong safety. Glover Quinn, free safety, that's good. Corners, you have Slay, who's 89, so that's good. And then after that, it drops off quite a bit with Diggs and then Lanson. Special teams players, Prater, and then Martin's your punter. So I'd say a pretty average team. If I were to guess what this team would be in the regular season, I'd say probably like a 9-7, 8-8 kind of thing. Losing Calvin Johnson's was a big thing, but they brought in Jones, so hopefully maybe his production could be as good as what Tate's was when Calvin was getting double teamed and stuff like that. So I'm going to just take a look on who I want to trade, and we'll just pick it up when I make my decision. Alright guys, at my first trade, I traded, like I said, some players that I was paying quite a bit of money for and a little bit older, closer to 30 years old. So I traded Anza and Quinn and this year's second rounder to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for 2 first rounders for this year's draft. So in total, with my first rounder and these 2 added on, I'm going to have 3 first rounders for this year's draft. So going to get some young talent in Detroit, which is good, and that's basically going to be my plan for this franchise. My next trade, I traded a red outside linebacker, 79 overall. I think he was a backup to Whitehead or something like that, and a 4th round pick. I traded that to get a middle linebacker and ran Shazier from the Steelers. Usually you could get Shazier pretty cheap, so that's that's what I did. He's young and he's got a lot of upside, so it's going to fit my plan and what I want to do. My next trade is going to be for Muhort, left guard. He played for the Colts. I traded a free safety in Bush. That was like one of their top needs, and I just threw in Pettigrew because I was I was paying him like $3.2 million a year, so I wanted to dump that cap space. A little tip for you guys: you can get Muhort pretty cheap. If you have like a backup free safety or something that's like high 70s, low 80s that you just want to dump off, you can get an 86 overall offensive guard, which I think is a good deal. So just a little tip for you guys. Now look for you guys, I traded for Leonard Floyd from Chicago, right outside linebacker, 77 overall. He's a rookie. Traded a 70 overall corner and a 5th round pick. Usually in every league I do, I trade for Floyd. Obviously you could basically get him for nothing, and I think, was he Chicago's 1st round pick? Either 1st or 2nd round pick this year, so he's a very talented player, and he obviously a young player, which is fitting what I want to do. That's it for trades, guys. I picked up a couple of free agents to fill a couple of roster spots on my team, so I got my 53-9 roster. I'll go over it quick. I know I traded away a lot of older guys that are starters on this team, but I kind of really still like the look of this team, and I got a couple draft picks in exchange, which is going to be good in the long run. So quarterbacks are going to stay the same. You got Stafford, Orlovsky, 1 and 2 there. Running backs stay the same. Riddick, Abdullah, and Stephen Ridley. Burton's the fullback. Wide receivers, Golden Tate, Jones, Curley, Bolden, Roberts. I just picked up this Sharp from free agency. O-line, you got the Ohio State boys, Decker and Muhort on the left side, so they're going to have some good chemistry there. You got Robinson backing up Decker. You got Tomlinson backing up Muhort. Starting Gaslow. He was their 3rd round pick this year. He's got decent run and pass block. And then we got big man Schwartz on the right side, and Larry Walford backing him up. And then, Riley Reef on the right side, and Ola backing him up. So pretty good O-line. Tight ends, like I said, I traded away Pettigrew before. So you got Ebron, Tim Wright, and I picked up Nick O'Leary off a practice roster. He's a pretty balanced tight end. Go to defense. This is what I'm working with. Changed Floyd to a speed rush right end, and then I got Nada Robinson. He's a rookie, 2nd round pick this year from Alabama, and then Devin Taylor. He's a monster. He's like 6'7". Linebacking core is pretty decent, I'd say. Whitehead. You got Shazier in the middle, and then Levy. I'm not sure how you pronounce him, on the right side. Safeties are a little weak spot. You got this guy, free safety. Strong safety, you got Wilson, and that guy, I'm not going to even pronounce his name. Cornerbacks, I kept Slay around. He's young, he's 89 overall. Then we got Diggs over here, and then I picked up McCray from free agency, and then I picked up D. Milner from free agency as well. Kicker and punter stay the same, and practice squad, if you want to take a look here, I don't know. I think they just set it up for me. So yeah, that's going to be the Detroit Lions for my first year. My usually I traded. What I do in rebuilds before this, I traded basically I can't even speak right now. I traded most of my draft picks away for better players, but rebuilds really trading away the players you have for young prospects and draft picks. So that's kind of what I did for this one with the Lions. So I'm gonna start simming away here, and we'll pick it up in the playoffs. Alright guys, here we are in the wild card round. Even with the changes we made, we still made the wild card at 9-7. I'm actually kind of surprised, but before the video started, I think I said this Lions team is kind of like a 9-7 team. So I'll take a look at what the other division looks like. We were tied with the Vikings at 9-7. The Packers were 8-8, and the Bears were 3-2. It's not very good for the Bears, but they suck. Take a look at some stats here. Matthew Stafford, 4,353 yards, 38 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Time sacked 58 times. Holy crap. He must have a couple concussions. Theo Riddick had over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns as well. Abdullah had 5 rushing touchdowns. Golden Tate, 1,156 yards, 7 touchdowns. Antoine Bolden, 909 yards, 6 touchdowns. Ebram, 812 yards, 6 touchdowns. Marvin Jones, 616 yards, 5 touchdowns. And, wow, Theo Riddick had 10 receiving touchdowns. That's good. He had a big year. Defense, DeAndre Levy, 137 tackles. He led my team. Shazier had 133. Quarterback sacks, Devin Taylor at 8.5, and then not very good after that. Interceptions, Levy had 8. That's good. Prater, 68% kicking. That's not good at all. Kick returns for a touchdown. Abdullah had 2. Wow, he's a pretty good kick returner. I'm gonna take a look at blocking actually. See what's the issue here. Well, Decker's a young player, so he's just boost up his awareness and stuff like that, and he'll be fine. So not too worried about that. So I'm pretty pumped I made playoffs in year 1. This is the first time I actually made playoffs in year 1 in these Madden 17 rebuilds, which is surprising because this is probably one of the, I'm going to say not one of the worst teams, because before I traded draft picks for good players, and this one I traded my players for draft picks. So I think I made them maybe worse, but they got a little bit more younger talent, and then I got those 3 first-rounders this year to use a more young talent, so I'm pretty pumped about that. So I'm going to do some player upgrades here. We'll just do that right now. Spend Team XP. I just usually sim it. If it's like a league I'm actually playing, then I'll do it myself. So we'll just auto-upgrade everyone. Hopefully some guys improved a little bit, and which is good right before this playoff game against the 9-7 Eagles. So let's advance the week here. Hopefully we get the W. If not, then that's fine too. There's always next year. Oh wow, we play the 14-2 Dallas Cowboys. Let's see if anyone went up in overall. I think Stafford went up. Ebram's got a +2 boost. Really don't notice anyone on defense. Looks like Shazier's hurt. That's not good, but Bostic's half decent. So let's sim this game here. 14-2 Cowboys. I'm not really have high expectations in this game. Holy crap. We just beat the 14-2 Dallas Cowboys. Please tell me Shazier's back from injury. Oh, shit. I need all hands on deck for this Seattle game. Oh, partial ACL tear. That ain't good. I'm not going to IR on it. I know. Might not get past this game. Let's see if we beat the powerhouse in Seattle here. Simulate the week. Oh, no. We play the Steelers next week in the Super Bowl. What? Rebuild my ass. I think I just built a friggin' dynasty. 9-7. We're both 9-7 and we're in the Super Bowl. That's nuts. Let's do this shit. I don't think I won. I saw my Coach XP and it didn't go up by that much. But we made the Super Bowl in year 1 with the Lions. That's impressive. Pretty pumped about that. It's taking so long. I'm nervous. I got to re-sign players next week, so hopefully no one really wants too big of a paycheck. Okay, how do I check this shit? Schedule. Playoff schedule. League schedule. We want the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, we lost 31-17 against Pittsburgh, but their offense is unreal. Let's take a look here. Big Ben tore me apart. 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Stafford, he was shut down. Le'Veon Bell, rushed for over 100. Riddick had 2 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant, Sammy Coates. Looks like Antonio. Looks like Slay locked him up pretty good. So we made it to the Super Bowl with the Lions. So I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully after the offseason and the draft, we could come back next year and win the whole thing. So let's take a look on who we have to re-sign here. Then I'll just do that and sim right to free agency recap. Nothing too serious. So I'm just going to do this and then do some scouting and stuff. I'll just sim right through that because it's pretty boring to watch. And then we'll pick it up at free agency recap right before the draft. We'll get right on there and head on right to year 2. Alright guys, it is draft week. Let's take a look at who I picked up from free agency. Didn't make too many moves, I don't think. I got Fitzpatrick, Marcus Wheaton, Matthews, Schwartz, I got him back, Williams, and Sebastian Vollmer. So nothing too big there, just a couple guys to get some depth at some positions. So let's start the draft here. Usually I sim it, but I got 3 first rounders, so I just want to record this. I traded for the Titans 2 first rounders this year. Then I got the one I had. So see where we pick here. 10th pick. I found quite a bit of good players. So let's see who I'm gonna pick. I want this wide out. Look at that spectacular catch. Is an A-. That's unreal. So we'll get him later. I'm gonna go with this left tackle because his pass blocking is a B+. His run blocking is not that great, but 80 overall, 86 pass blocking, so that's good. That's what I wanted. So that's a pretty good first pick, and then we skip 1 pick, and then I'm right back. That's a good free safety. I need a free safety too. I'm going to go for this wide. I just don't want him to get picked up anywhere. He's 76 overall. Pretty good. He'll either play in the 3rd or 4th spot on my team. Skip ahead. Hopefully I could get one of these safeties. There's a running back there. Who do I get? Either a running back or a safety. Well, I really don't need a running back, even though he's pretty good. So I'm going to go with the safety here. He had a good combine grade. He's 78 overall. He's got normal development, which is still pretty good. He could upgrade to the quick. So now I don't think... I might have a 2nd round pick. I'm not too sure, but... No, I don't. I don't think I have a 3rd either. No, I do. Okay. I really didn't scout past the 1st. I kind of concentrated on... I wanted to get 3 good guys in the 1st. So we've got another safety. Let's take this 3-4 pass rush. He doesn't fit the scheme, but I'll switch him to defensive line, so he'll fit the scheme as a pass rusher on the D-line. We'll keep skipping ahead. Don't think I have a 4th. I think I got a 7th and a 5th or something. Oh, no, I do have a 4th. Usually I trade the 4th away. Really don't really have that much more scouted. Maybe we'll take this safety. Maybe he's 69 overall. I've seen worse. I've seen better too, but in the 4th round, that's I guess half decent. I can't have that much more picks left. I traded some away. Yeah, we don't have a 5th. Coming up on the 6th. No, I do have a 6th. 6th and the 7th I think I do have, so Just didn't have that 5th rounder. I'll just take this guy. I don't know. He's my last scouted guy. 70 overall. Projected 7th round linebacker. That's half decent. I hate picking in the 7th round because it's always just shit. Just think about what I need here. I like picking players that, you know, might start on my team. Players that I need. So let's go. Let's say corner. Do I need a corner? Who didn't I re-sign? Let's go middle linebacker. Oh, this is going to be bad. Maybe not. Let's honestly just take the best thing available. This wide receiver is... Oh, there's a 7. Let's take this dude. He had a pretty good combine. 66 overall. That's half decent. So, I'll just skip this one pick. Alright guys, here we are in year 2 with the Detroit Lions. I jumped right into a trade. I traded Reef, my right tackle. Kind of hard to let go of him, but I drafted that left tackle in the 1st round, and I'm just going to be playing him at right tackle. So really didn't need him around anymore. You know, he's a good offensive lineman, but it's sad to let him go. Also traded a 66 overall middle linebacker and this year's 2nd round pick. In exchange, I got Amerson, cornerback, 83 overall, and Hudson, a center at 85. So I think a pretty solid deal. Another trade coming at you. I wanted just a backup behind Shazier because I really didn't have anyone after him. So I just saw they needed a free safety, Tampa. So I gave him my backup free safety since I drafted, you know, that rookie in the 1st round as well. So a pretty good trade. For my probably final trade, I traded for a left end in Hayes from the Rams. I traded Bush, who I picked up from free agency. They wanted a free safety. That was their top need. Also threw in this year's 3rd round pick, and the trade went through. So I'm just going to fill some spots with some friends, and we'll go over my roster in about 2 minutes. Alright guys, just about to get underway here, start simming. Just finishing up setting my depth chart here. And we'll go over my roster just a sec here. I'm really liking what it looks like so far. So I think we're looking for big things this year. Obviously, we made the playoffs last year. Made it to the wild card. Made it all the way to the Super Bowl, but we lost, which is all right. But like I said, let's go over this roster here. We got Matt Stafford, and then I picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick as a backup. I think that's going to be pretty good just in case Stafford gets banged up during the season. We got Riddick, we got Matthews, we got Abdullah in the backfield. We got Burton, fullback. Wide receivers, we have Golden Tate. Then we have this Wilford guy. I drafted him in the 1st round. Marcus Wheaton I picked up. Griff Whalen I picked up. Jones. Then we got James Jones I picked up from free agency. Tight ends. We got Ebram, Tim Wright, and Nick O'Leary. On the O-line, starting from the left tackle, we have Decker and Robinson. Left guard, Muhort, Tomlinson. Center, we have Hudson and Glasgow. Right guard, we have Schwartz and Greco. I picked Greco up from free agency. Just get some good depth. Right tackle, I'm starting Calhoun. He was my 1st pick in the draft. And then right tackle, I picked up Volmer. Just have a veteran presence behind that rookie. Good to have depth on the O-line. D-line, we got Leonard Floyd and then Pearson. He's a rookie. Defensive tackles, we have Nada, Robinson, Wright, and then Brazil. Left ends, we have Hayes and then Winnie. Looking at the linebackers, we have Levy, Jones. Mid linebacker, Shazier, Quan Alexander, Will Hoyt. Left outside, we have Whitehead and Van Noy. Strong safety, we have Wilson and Kilkabrew or something. I'm not too sure. Free safety, I drafted this guy. I think he was also my 1st round pick. Pede. And then this guy was my 3rd or 4th round pick, Bartholomew. Pretty awesome name. Cornerbacks, we got Slay, Tremont Williams, Diggs. On the other side, we have Amerson and Brandon Flowers. I picked up Flowers and Tremont Williams, just get some good vets on my team. Kickers, Prater and Martin, just same as last year. And yeah, that's about it. So this is going to be my roster for year 2. I brought in some young players, made the team better, I think. So we're going to find that out, and we're going to just get the simming underway, and we'll pick it up in a minute. All right, guys, here we are in the playoffs. Unfortunately, we didn't make it. Record 6-9 and 1 on the year. Unfortunate. We made it to the Super Bowl last year, but didn't make it this year. So let's take a look at some stats here. Matthew Stafford, 3,927 yards, 17 touchdowns, 12 picks. Fitzpatrick played a little bit too. Rushing, Riddick had exactly 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Ryan Matthews had 10 rushing touchdowns on the ground. Marcus Wheaton, 845 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marvin Jones, 1,066 yards and a touchdown. Go to the defense. Shazier led my team in tackles with 132. Tackles for a loss was William Hayes with 16. Quarterback sacks. Holy shit. Leonard Floyd with 19 quarterback sacks. That's good. And then Robinson had 12. Hayes had 9. So very good year rushing the passer. Shazier had 4 picks. Prater 76% kicking. Golden Tate had a kick return for a touchdown, same with Abdullah. No one had a punt return. And, yeah, that's about it for stats. I'm probably not going to do another year. I don't know, just make this video too long. But another year like this, getting young players and stuff, I think would be good for the Detroit Lions. Obviously, I'm not sure if people watch these rebuild leagues because they do sim leagues or play leagues, but I personally do play leagues. So if I played with these people I had, I would definitely be better than 6-9 and 1 or whatever my record was. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Again, thanks Brandon for requesting the Lions. Had fun trying to rebuild their team. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Keep commenting on teams you want to see, and we'll see you in another video.